Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about the custody case and what one might do in anticipation of a custody case. You know, there are certain things that you can do to put yourself in at least as good a position as the other party as it relates to custody. You know, it's possible that you'll be in a much better position because you work and you have a responsible job and you're the better parent, and the other person is a drug addict and alcoholic and never around and always getting into trouble, always problems with the law. You know what? That's probably a case, all things being equal, you're going to get the nod. As a matter of fact, not only will the court give you the nod and say, yes, you can have the custody, the other side might not even object, because he or she knows that they don't afford an appropriate environment for the children. They don't stand for stability. And so if they're decent about it, they may just yield on that issue. But what do you do if, you know, you're both responsible people? You both have good jobs, you both take care of your kids, you're decent people, you try to do the right thing, you try to be involved with the kids. What can you do to make sure that you've got at least as good of a chance as the other party does? Well, I would say this. When people do custody cases and they're trying to establish that one person is in better position than the other, they usually look at it through the eyes of the kids, because the court's going to try and figure out what's in the best interest of the children. So you want to make sure certain things. If you're the dad, for example, you want to make sure that you know, what are your kids allergic to? What are your kids' favorite subjects in school? What are the birthdays of your children? Some people don't know that. When's the last time they went to the doctor? What kind of injections have they had, and which ones have they not yet had? Do they need braces? You know, these kinds of things. Knowing about your children is important, because if there's a custody battle and some attorney sets up your deposition, he or she's going to start asking you questions designed to show that you really don't know your kids all that well. Now, if you're the mom, and especially if you've been the one taking the kids to all the doctor's appointments and all that, you may know all that stuff, but maybe you don't know other stuff. Maybe you don't know your son's favorite computer game, which may be Minecraft or God knows what. Or maybe your son's favorite sports team. Or there may be certain things that your daughter's trying out with athletics in school. Maybe you don't know about that. Maybe you don't know, what girl your son likes or wants to date in school. Maybe there's certain things that you're just not aware of. And so I would say the key is, they're going to ask you all sorts of things about your work and your availability and the big things. But it's not the big things that they're going to trip you up on. The big things that's going to make it look like one person knows the kids and one person doesn't, not likely to come up. I think everybody's going to know what religion the kids are and what your kid says they want to do for a living and all that. It's the little things that people don't know. What's your kid's favorite color? Is your kid allergic to ice cream? What's their favorite flavor? These are the little day-to-day things that if people know about their kids, it gives the impression to the court that you're involved with your kid on a day-to-day basis, that you know these things. You only know global things, it makes the court think that you're only involved on a global basis. And what does that mean? That means day-to-day they should go with one person. Globally, they should be involved with you also. But that globally won't make you feel satisfied when you're talking about not having a day-to-day relationship with your kids. It will not be sufficient consolation to you that, yes, I don't see my kids that often, but yeah, I know they're okay and I know what school they go to. So, in other words, you've got to keep the details in mind. If you do that, and you don't get into any trouble with the law, and you avoid domestic violence, all these kind of things, and you're sort of similarly situated to the other person, then it'll be very hard for the court to pick them over you. So you know what you got? You got the court saying, you know what, these are both good people. We're going to do a joint situation. And that is really a good situation, because then you have leverage, at least the same leverage as the other party. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.